Hello and welcome back to another video. So this one is a really cool trick. There's no setup involved, it's very simple, it has a very powerful effect, and I really like it. So here's the performance and then I'll take you through the tutorial afterwards. The trick starts off by handing the deck to a spectator and telling them just to shuffle the deck. Once they're happy, you then tell them to pick out 8 cards at random. Now they can either be 8 sequential cards, or just 8 cards dotting around the deck anywhere at all. So let's just say they pick out the top 8 cards. You then tell them to look at those 8 cards and to memorize one of them. Don't say what it is, don't even point at it, don't even show anyone else what the card is, just memorize one of the cards. So let's say in this case they pick out the King of Hearts. They then pass the cards back to you, and you explain, okay, so I'm going to show you 4 cards 3 times. Now, when I show you the cards, if you see your card, just say, yes, I can see it, or no, I can't. And this is just to help me calibrate myself to understand your facial expressions when you see your card. So you'll understand later on in the trick. So you then split the cards into 2, and you show them the first batch of cards. Now, on this occasion, they'll say, yes, I can see it. Okay, fantastic. So then, you do the same thing again. You split the cards into 2 piles, and they'll say, no, I can't. And you'll do it one last time. So you take the cards, split it into 2 piles, and they'll say, yes, I can. So now you explain to them, okay, so now I've calibrated myself to understand when you can see your card. So I'm now going to deal 2 piles. You're going to tell me which pile you want to look at, and without saying a word, I should be able to understand if you're looking at your card or not. Now I can't really go too much further in the performance, because basically the way the trick works out is you're going to eliminate 1 pile at a time. And every single time you eliminate a pile, you'll always end up with 1 card, which is their card. Because this is a really, really cool trick. So there's no setup at all. It is completely impromptu, and it will pretty much fool pretty much anyone that you show. So it does start off with a shuffle by the spectator, and they can pick out literally any 8 cards they want. So it really does not matter which 8 cards they pick out. And again, it doesn't matter which card they pick here. So let's say in this case they pick out the Ace of Diamonds. So once they've memorized their card and passed the deck back to you, you then go through the whole routine of, okay, so I'm going to show you 4 cards 3 times, and that's just to help me kind of understand your facial expressions. Now the way you do the next bit is quite simple. You're going to basically split the cards into 2 using an in-jog, out-jog routine. So it's an in-jog, out-jog, and basically I'm just holding the cards like that underneath. It's nothing special at all. It's just basically to split them into 2. Then you're going to take the first half, the top half, and you're going to show them the cards. Now in this case they're going to say, yes, I can see it. So basically what's going to work is that whichever pile has their card in is going to go back on the top of the deck. So if it's in this pile, this goes on the top. If it's not in this pile, that one's going to go on the top. So whichever pile has their card in, on the first time you show the cards, will go on top. So in this case, they're going to say, yes, I can see it. That needs to go on the top. Now, you may not see their card every time, right? There's no guarantee. This is completely random. I don't know how the trick actually fully works, but it may be the case that you see their card every time, or you may never ever see it. Who knows? But basically, you just then go through this whole thing again where you split the deck into 2, and you show them the cards. So in this case, they'll say, no, I can't see it. The second time around, the pile with their card in goes on the bottom. Okay? So in this case, this is going to go on the bottom, and this will go on the top. And then one last time. So you split the cards into 2. Now they're going to say, yes, I can see the card. This one then goes on the top. So the first time, the pile goes on the top. The second time, it goes on the bottom. And the third time, it goes back on the top. Okay? So just remember that. Whichever pile has their card in, the first time on top, second time on bottom, third time on top. Okay, so now this is the bit of the presentation I couldn't actually go through. So what you're going to do, you're going to deal out the cards from left to right. And you're going to tell them, okay, pick out a pile, and I want, without saying anything, I should be able to read your facial expression. Now, it doesn't matter what pile they pick, but it's always going to be the left one that has their card in it, every single time. So if they pick that one, you can then show them it, and you can go, no, I don't think it's that one, and put it away. If they pick the one with the card in it, you can show them it, and you can say, okay, I think your card's in that pile, but essentially you're always going to throw away the right pile. Then again, from left to right. And again, if they show you this one, you say, no, I don't think it's that one. If they pick that one, you say, yeah, I think it's that one. And again, you remove that. And then again, whichever one they want to pick. No, it's not that one, or yes, it's that one. So just remember, it's always going to be the one on the left. It is a very, very fantastic trick. I love it. I don't fully know how it works, but I've used it so many times, and it really does. It works every single time. The key thing is when you are doing the showing of the cards, that you remember the sequence. So in this case, if we pick the Ace of Hearts, for example, when you're doing the in jog, out jog, you show them the cards. So the first time it's going to go on the top, so this pile has their card in it, so it goes on the top. Second time around, you show them the cards. Okay, oh, again we're lucky, we've got the card in there. This is going to go on the bottom because this contains their card. And then the final time, we do this. Third time, we get it every single time. Like I said, you may get it every single time. You may never get it. You kind of it just depends. But because this pile has their card in it, we put it on the top, and that's the trick done. It is so important you do not mess up the order of these cards. So do not mess them. If you drop the cards, get them out of order, the trick's gone. But now is the easy bit. This is where you just simply deal from left to right, and it's always going to be the pile on the left that has their card. Every single time. So you can adapt this trick to whatever you want. It does not matter, but their card will always be there. So thank you very much for watching. I've hoped you enjoyed that video, and I hope you enjoyed that trick as much as I do, and I shall see you next time.